Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. Hello, somebody. Oh, shit.
Oh. Hi.
Who's that coming? Who's that coming from? Okay, I think we're good now.
I had to mute my end.
All right, so on today's podcast, we're going to be starting off with reaction to a new YouTuber I found. He's kind of like Noob's Top 5. But
Okay.
after that, we're going to go into the topic of what this podcast is truly about, which is protection against entities as a normal investigator. Oh, what was that?
I forgot my tiger's eye.
I mean, you want to go grab it?
You can borrow.
I can't take
You
my
can borrow
phone with
mine.
me. I can't take my phone with me.
Yeah, here's mine. You can borrow mine. I'm right here.
Proceed with what you're doing. Ah,
I was literally going to grab the bag that had them all in it, and this sucker just spilled them all out. So now they're on the desk over here.
So you got them all scattered out on the desk. Okay.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? How are we doing today?
Shane, are you even watching us? Yeah, I just pulled it.
Oh yeah, we got quite a few people in here now, on both ends, YouTube and Twitch.
Cool. Okay. The wife is watching on YouTube.
Yep. So is
Hey,
Butterfly. Hello, Miss Cheyenne.
Oh, you're able to check both. That's just too awesome.
I wish I could shake them and get in the phone in the pocket. Come on. I'm working on technology. We are plus ideas.
Oompa loompa dippity.
I'm good now.
All right. I'm about to say.
I had to find it.
She done went to the basement, the attic, and out to the garage, and finally come back to the room. All right, we good now.
I had to find it.
Wow. Pop, you
My
said
bad.
hello. You said hello. Pop, you said
It's all
hello,
good.
darling. And Butterfly's in here singing, "It's been a long time."
I had to find it. I lost my brain. My brain was like,
It ain't been that long. I told you how to earlier.
Okay, so the way I'm gonna have to do this, I'm gonna have to try to share my screen to y'all, while at the same time everyone else is gonna have to be able to see it. So this is gonna be fun.
Okay.
you've done it before.
Yeah, the thing is, this video is not broken up.
Oh,
It's a 30-minute video.
well, I'll shut up then.
Ooh.
Well, actually, you know what? Actually, you're already watching on what, Twitch, YouTube,
Yeah, I got Twitch pulled up.
and you're not watching, aren't you, Pop?
No.
I need a real cigarette. Screw that vape. I need some nicotine,
I
man.
just want your vape.
Screw that vape.
Is nicotine in it?
Is it gonna work?
It's gonna work. It's awesome.
Who said? We about to find out.
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing, Billy.
Bang. All right, so yeah, we're gonna have to watch it all the way through before we give our reactions.
Oh yeah.
Wait, awesome. Here we go.
There it goes.
The antique dolls. The first video comes from a family that were living an ordinary life until one fateful day where they acquired 4 antique dolls from Facebook Marketplace. That's when their life took a turn for the worst and strange things started happening around the house. The woman gave the dolls away for free on Facebook Marketplace and gave no warning that they might be haunted. And when the family went to collect them, the woman just had them left outside the house sitting in a box on the side of the street. And when she spoke to the woman and looked at the box, the woman didn't dare go near it, which kind of suggests something isn't right. But I guess it may not come to mind at the time, especially since this was during lockdown, so they thought that might be the reason why. The moment they arrived home, she placed the dolls on her bed to take pictures of the collection. When she quickly noticed they started moving, she thought it was amazing at first, but it soon turned dark. After noticing the dolls moving, she tried to message the woman on Facebook and noticed she had been blocked only an hour or so after collecting the dolls. On one day, she makes a video talking about a haircut she got when she captures this.
Hi! A lot of people wanted to see what my hair looks like from the back. So before I show you what the back looks like, I just want to show you. Okay, you see how this is very long? And it's like, got like this super long piece for some reason. This side doesn't. It's just chopped plumb the fuck off. Like a good chunk of my hair is just off. Now's a good time to tell we got ghosts. I just seen the phone move and have a big ass crystal in front of it so it doesn't fall. So just to let y'all know. Okay, now the back of my hair. God dang it. It's trying to trip me out. I'm scared to reach down for it. I'm scared it'll get me. She's nice most of the time. Okay. Let's try to pick it back up one more time so you can see the back of my hair. Oh my God, look at it. It's just a whole mess. See? God dang it. That scared me. Okay. God, what the fuck was that? Did you see that? Like, it ran. Oh no. Absolutely not. No, okay, I swear, if I did not just catch that on camera, I'm gonna be really upset because I seen it move like across here. I swear. And now I see like a light strand. That's not what just went by. Like, I seen a whole...
Despite placing a heavy crystal in front of the phone to keep it locked in place, the phone falls off the table multiple times, and at one point even begins to move on the floor and turn around. Creeped out, she just up and leaves. This very same night, their outdoor security camera captures something utterly terrifying.
This is our house.
Yeah, let's look at it for a bit. Yeah, dude. Something's in her fucking window right there, bro.
Stop being hyper, please. It's scaring me.
Ready?
Yeah.
Something's in her fucking window.
Yeah. Hold on. You're going to hear 3 knocks. The first one is with whoever is holding our curtain where you can see into our house. We're both still in the bed at this point. This is going to be the first knock. So whoever is inside our house right now. And they've got the curtain pulled up to beat on the door. You're going to hear the first one, hear the second one, and the third one. Play it. Second, third.
While they were in bed, someone or something can be seen holding up the curtain and knocking 3 times on the window. 3 knocks is said to be bad and usually means it's an evil entity. After quickly reviewing the footage on their phone, they were completely horrified and convinced someone broke into their house. So they quickly locked the door to their room while they called the police to come and investigate.
Nothing else. No, you can't see anything else. I want you to watch this. Because it's right. Watch the glass. Reflection on the glass. Unless this is you looking out. We didn't move. Okay. We didn't move off the bed until they came out here. I watched every one of those videos. No other movie. But I watched every one of those videos. There was nothing outside moving. Obviously, the person moved inside.
After investigating the premises, the police found nothing out of the ordinary, and no body was found, nor was there any signs of a break-in to the house. Now, after getting pregnant, the activity suddenly stopped for a long time, but just recently it started again. On one night, she's home alone with the baby, and she starts hearing noises around the house, so she grabs her phone to record this.
I'm home alone with the baby, and these fucking toys keep going the fuck off. See that monkey over there? You have to push the top for it to go, and it makes a little beeline out sound, and then it shoots across the floor and lights up. It kept going the fuck off when I'm sitting over there on the couch. My baby's asleep right there on the floor. And then this toy right here, that owl, you have to push those two and it's going the fuck off. And then this one in here keeps going off the most. I'm scared to walk in here. I'm scared to leave my baby. This one, it's went off like 10 times already. You have to push the nose. You have to push the, like, I don't know, you have to push the nose, like those 3 buttons right there, you have to push. And it just keeps, I gotta check on my baby. It's also like a push button that you have to, if it like starts to roll. God damn it. Like that right there. God damn it. Jesus Christ. If I'm my baby in here. Okay, I'm turning on the light. I'm staying right here, I can see my baby. You have to push the nose or those buttons for it to go off.
Some of the toys go off on their own and start making noise. She then shows that the toy only activates when you push a button on it. On another night, she captures something chilling. Something can be seen tugging on her hair, and it's almost as though she can feel something as she looks around, but there's no one there. On another 2 different nights, she's in her bed when she notices something creepy. Watch closely.
Justin. Justin. You good? Baby?
That's your diagnosis. You know, Brittany said that's what you need to be. What is this?
The dolls can be seen moving on their own in multiple different occasions. Now I know the fan is on, but that is still on the other side of the bed, some distance away, and it wouldn't explain the odd movement of the dolls. The Chucky doll is supported by something behind it holding it up, yet it falls forward, and the other doll falls to the side. After a while, she picked up that the creepy activity was getting really bad, and one day a toy was launched out of nowhere towards her baby, so she decided to try and seal them away by putting them in a glad hutch, but it only served to make things worse.
It's like cold. You see my hands. This whole thing is like fucking freezing, dude. I mean, wash my fucking hands. The whole case is like...
She explains that the whole thing started to feel really cold, and you could see the print of her hand on it from the cold. The same night, she hears voices coming from the living room and goes to check it out while viewing the indoor Ring camera.
Jesus Christ, you...
A single large orb can be seen moving around in the room, and shortly afterwards something moves the camera left and right. And as you saw when she walked in moments ago, this camera doesn't use motion detection, so it shouldn't be moving on its own. A few nights later, she plans her own little funny video, where she puts shaving cream down the sinkholes to get viewers to tell her to check underneath. Then the Chucky doll is supposed to pop out. But something even worse happens that she wasn't expecting. Something terrifying.
Okay, everyone's been saying, look under your sink because it's about to be a mess. Let's see. Ah! It was Chucky! Whoa. What the fuck? Okay, I didn't plan this one. Chucky was just supposed to pop out, but his hair's moving. Holy shit. What the hell? Okay, I really do. Oh no, move, god damn it. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, joke's over. Joke's over. I was about to say we got haunted dolls in this house. Oh my god.
His hair starts moving and suddenly the whole doll flips over, scaring her out of the room. For some reason she had been attached to the dolls and couldn't bring herself to get rid of them so easily, even though they were tormenting her family and putting her baby at risk. I'm not sure if that's the influence of the entity, or if she just likes to collect and keep these dolls, but I suggest you stay away from these cursed antique dolls regardless. Haunted apartment. A woman named Rosanna moved into a new apartment in France with her child just about 2 weeks ago from the making of this video, and after moving in she was very happy with the place and quickly settled down. But after a few days she would experience a terrifying night, hearing sounds around the house when nobody's there, seeing objects move on their own, and hearing footsteps in the hallway. Terrified, she inspects the house and finds no answers. A few nights later she hears some chilling sounds late at night again. This time she decides to record it as she goes to check. Take a look. After hearing lots of banging sounds around the house, she quickly turns the lights on and notices the blanket falling off the door on its own, before the door closes by itself. Ever since this day, the activity has been getting stronger, and she says she often finds herself paralyzed with fear, not wanting to move from her bed. She also states this particular room is where the activity seems to be the strongest, so she is understandably scared to enter at times, and as a result of the strong activity there, she has turned it into a laundry room when it was supposed to be her child's bedroom. 3 nights later she hears a noise coming from the back room once again, but it turns out to be more than just that. A scooter randomly starts moving towards her before a loud bang is heard, and the toilet flushes all by itself. And just mere seconds later, she goes inside to check, but finds nobody there. The very next night, the torment continues. door closes by itself, but there's no one inside the room. Yet the whole clothing rack shoots straight towards her out of nowhere, almost hitting her. After this night, she became increasingly worried about the paranormal events going on in the house, and how it was getting more aggressive. So now she has decided to try and find a priest, and possibly get the house blessed to see if that would help. But she is still seeking other solutions. She says that she is currently not in the position to be able to move again, so for now she'll have to remain in the haunted apartment. If you have any video recommendations, you can send them over to depthsofdespairbusiness@gmail.com or tag us on TikTok at depthsofdespair.yt. The ongoing. We have featured user WinMCPix before, and he has been experiencing paranormal activity inside his house for a long time now, which occasionally stops for a few months and returns. On one night, the activity suddenly returns when he hears his own voice coming from upstairs while home alone.
I am home alone. I'm hearing my own voice upstairs. The door won't stop knocking, and there's nobody there. This door keeps banging. I thought I was hearing my voice. Nobody's there. Go away! Open it. Ooh, that was right over my shoulder. Who's... I'm giving you one chance to leave. I know what you're doing. Stop. It's not scaring me. It's not scaring anybody else. You need to leave now. Back here. Yeah, I got a feeling you're in this room, aren't you? Are you in here? This again. Okay. Come here. All right. If you're gonna play these games all night, I'm not gonna play. I'm not doing this. And now I hear the bathroom water on. Good grief. Get out.
The door closes by itself and his own voice can be heard calling out to him. Shortly after, a dark figure can be seen moving past the doorway, but when he opens the door, once again, there's nobody there. So is this a real ghost, or just an intricate ruse? You judge. The hotel. This next video comes from a hotel worker who works late night shifts. Him, along with some other colleagues, were setting up some new furniture in some of the rooms on the second floor. So during this period, there were no other guests staying in any of the rooms on this floor. However, one room in particular seemed to catch their attention.
Okay. We're recording. It's 12:35. It's the second floor. There's no one on this floor. Stop.
They hear some strange noises coming from one of the rooms that is meant to be empty. On another day, the hotel staff keeps receiving calls from this very same room on the second floor, where they heard noises previously, and at this time the whole floor still has no guests. So one staff member decides to go and check it out to see who's calling.
Alright, so we're getting crazy calls from this room that is unoccupied in the second floor, and this is like the third time it's happened, and I'm bringing y'all along with me. So annoyed with this little trip that I've been doing constantly. Okay, keys. I think it's 2. Yeah, 226. That's right. 227. 227. Okay. Okay. There's the phone. No one's calling. No one's here. Everything's chilling. Yeah, okay. I mean, no one here, no phone calls. I'm out. This is weird.
The room is completely empty with no sign of anybody being there. Yet somehow the phone stationed in his room keeps calling. In another video, 2 colleagues place their phone in an elevator and send it down to the 2nd floor, while they both race to see who gets to it first. But something unexpected is captured. Watch closely.
Go.
The elevator opens and closes a few times and a strange voice can be heard inside. And then suddenly, the girl pops up out of nowhere, unexpectedly. Just a few days after this, the 2nd floor is still free of any guests, and 2 of the hotel staff are adding some new furniture to one of the rooms, when something undeniably horrifying is captured.
Graduates in 2 days, and I asked for the whole weekend off because like we're gonna get dinner with her. My parents are flying in, like the whole thing. So she literally scheduled me the whole weekend.
Wait, am I like on the weekend? Wait, let me check.
If you were,
Where's my? Do you have my phone? Have you seen?
I think I left it on the table.
Oh my god, are you filming with my phone?
For the vlog.
Girl, nobody cares about our stupid.
Somebody cares.
What do you want to talk about? Where the mirror should go?
Yeah, actually, let's do our job.
Okay. All right. Chat, should the mirror go
Here.
in this corner?
The right corner.
Okay. Or in that corner?
A dark shadow figure can be seen behind them in the mirror, just standing there watching them. And when she pans the phone around the room, seconds later, the figure is gone from the corner, and the rest of the room is completely empty. Are all these cases linked to this one room on the 2nd floor? Perhaps something bad happened here in the past. Let me know what you think. The horse. The following video was taken by Mandy on November 13th of 2023. It's 3:23 AM and Mandy was sitting on her bed with her laptop playing bingo with the TV on in the background, when suddenly she heard a disturbing sound coming from outside her bedroom window, so she pauses everything to check it out. She says that the farmhouse she lives in is really old, over 100 years old, and used to be a horse farm. She also explains that her house is haunted and occasionally she will experience something paranormal at home from time to time, but as she records out the window, she captures this. A strange white mass seems to be moving around on her driveway, and randomly what sounds like a horse neighing very clearly can be heard coming from her barn across the road. But her barn is empty, and she doesn't own any horses, nor does any of the neighbors, and she lives out in the country, so her driveway is a quarter-mile long, with all neighbors being a good distance apart. So is this the ghost of a horse pacing around the land? Or is it something else entirely? Let me know. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload.
Yeah. Um. So yeah. Okay, we're not going to discuss the fact that I was just eating a cupcake a little while ago, and I know y'all saw me.
Yep.
I didn't think about
I
it
said,
until...
"Where's mine?"
Yeah,
so, yeah.
it's fair.
That last one, we talk about it a lot. The ghost cats. I think someone had an experience with a ghost dog at one point. I've never heard of a ghost horse.
No, I don't believe I ever have either.
No.
I didn't see nothing.
I'm still trying to get over Annabelle over here.
I would say it's not probable, though.
Oh, Annabelle, the doll.
I don't do dolls.
I don't know what to make of that first one. I kind of saw her leg like nudge when she was dealing with the phone. So I don't know if maybe she may have kicked the phone. I don't know. I'm not going to say
explain
it ain't true.
Cookie.
Explain
Cookie in the head.
That one did make me jump. That one did make me jump.
Hey, Chucky.
No.
But that one with the doors closing.
Yeah.
That is a mimic.
Yeah, with the fellow in the apartment going up and down the stairs. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And that's a demonic.
Yeah, the and the thing I have an issue with that one. You kept knocking on the door. You hear the doorbell ringing. And it's like, okay, is it trying to get out? Or is it trying to get in? But of course, you see a figure walk across the doorway, so it's already in the place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've had that happen to me with doors opening.
Now you see why I don't own dolls.
Okay, I'll have to take a look.
I used to have a bunch of porcelain dolls until I watched Annabelle, and then they all went in the trash.
Well, that's the thing. The original Annabelle is what is it, Raggedy Ann doll from the 80s?
Yep. Actually from the 70s, but yeah.
Oh well.
It's Raggedy Ann.
And I damn sure don't own a daggone Chucky doll.
Yeah, So, number one thing for a lot of these, because you can obviously tell they were probably either oblivious or whatever. Someone knocks on your door, don't answer it if you don't see no one.
Leave it shut.
Don't even have a welcome mat. It's like inviting the things in.
I don't think that first video with the dolls, I think there was something there. I don't think it was the dolls itself. But I think something was attached to one of them dolls, because in one of the where she was showing the videos or whatever, the one where it's in the closet, you can see something move beside it.
Yeah, it was the doll's hand. It kept going up and then it snatched right back down.
Yep.
But I seen something standing there beside it.
Yeah, and that was an open closet.
You could see a figure standing
there.
there.
Open closet that you.
Yeah.
Yeah, to the point where somebody would have been hiding behind them, you would have seen them.
Yeah. And you could see like a white figure standing there. Like it glared off of it. I mean, you could see it.
Butterfly agrees. She believes that there's some form of attachment.
Yeah.
It's probably to one of them dolls.
But you was talking about this video being of people telling how to protect yourself in these events.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't keep testing the theory. If you catch it and it spooks you, time for them dolls to take a trip. You don't just keep poking the bear, because eventually whatever's there is gonna leave the dolls and be affecting you inside the home completely.
Yeah,
unfortunately, yeah.
That's one of the number one cases of hauntings from any type of doll toys that you pick up for your children, or you may be a collector. If you pick them up and something starts to change in your home, you start to experience stuff, well, chances are something came along with those. So,
well, I mean, we watched the video and it said that she gets home and things start happening. She tries to go back to Facebook and she'd been blocked. Them dolls went back in the box and they went to the nearest dumpster somewhere far, far away from my house.
All right.
Yep.
I mean, and don't try to burn them. Don't try to bury them, whatever. That's just releasing whatever is attached to them out into the open. And you're just saying, hey, come back in my house. Let's have a tea party. And
I've seen it happen.
And then you have an infestation.
I have seen that one happen.
Case in point, we have one here. We have one here back happen that way.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Threw the doll away and the damn thing was still there.
Well,
threw it in the river.
The way it was done.
Throw it away. Threw it in the river, and it was still there.
Yeah. Standing there watching it as it floated away, well, it's standing beside you going, that was a nice ride, I'm going home with you now.
Yep. Um, Now, if you were to decide, okay, this is a brand new home, there shouldn't be anything here. I haven't opened the door to anything. Then start it off with like sage smudging, kind of like push all that into the and open a window or a door. Do not leave them closed. You're just asking whatever in there to start parkouring all over the dang walls, and I know y'all saw that I posted that a while back. That demon running across the roof.
That was the thing that got me about the motel. It's when that girl sitting in that mirror. Well, before she starts raining, the mirror still. So whatever was black mass you could see in that mirror would have been above them. Would have been on the ceiling.
And
nobody looked up.
I was thinking that too. I was thinking the same thing.
Yep.
Which I thought about that with the. I thought about that too with the apartment one. You know, where the toilet flushed, and then she opened up the door, and I'm like, okay. My first thought was, if something jumps out from behind this damn door, I'm gonna scream and throw my phone. That was my first thought. My second thought was, why didn't you move the camera and look up on the roof? And then my third thought was, that was an idiot thing because how would they be attached to the roof? But I don't know. It was a small bit. It was a small bathroom, I mean, there wasn't even a shower in there.
You seen that video where that guy escaped from the jail by hand walking and feet against the wall and climbing?
Yeah, that's why I said.
Somebody could have done the same thing.
But
that's why I said.
When she went in that one room, it was a large room, and that clothes rack come flying her. No, pack my shit. I'm leaving. You can have the house.
Now that room, you could tell that she even. I mean, I don't think she ever really moved the door, but when you could hear the door hit the wall, so if something was behind it, it wouldn't have hit the wall like that.
That'd have been about that thick, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're my brother, then you can fit behind those doors.
But it's still your body's still gonna stop it from hitting that.
Zipper.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's got feet that long, so how you gonna do that? Turn.
Butterfly also said, also you have to sweep every corner after saging.
Yep.
Every corner.
Every bit of that bad juju gotta be getting gone. Get.
And if you use a vacuum, when you empty that canister, don't empty it in the kitchen trash and leave the trash cans in there because you just released it right back into the house.
And one spot. Cascade effect.
What's next?
I love how you say that. What's next?
What's next?
Well, I mean,
what's on the agenda?
I mean, you talk about new homes, and you talk about not opening the door. Now, the land itself, unless you start experiencing things and you find out through research and all that there's no way, except for what happened on that land to begin with. Then you would call in experts, which, I mean, there is no experts in the paranormal field. What am I talking about? You would call in people like us to confirm that, and then do what you need to do.
We aren't experts.
To a point. But yeah, you would call people in like us to confirm that there is something happening on the land. And then you would take precautions either by assaulting the land or by calling in your whatever faith person would be to come out and cleanse the land.
Do your research and find out if it might have been Native American or, if it might have been like we're in the deep south areas where you could be Civil War remnants, just might have died there on the blood soaked into the soil, things like that. But there's ways to do it. You find out, and then you go with them steps. Where Native American, you try to find you a shaman or something, that can help you out. But once you find the evidence, you don't go try to do it yourself unless you've got some kind of knowledge of what you're doing.
A very good example of this is in Kentucky. I forget which town it is, but in Kentucky there is a town, there's a house that back in the 1830s, it burned to the ground. It was a farm. Well, Native Americans had came and burned down the farm because the farmer was like taking pot shots at them as they were, passing through. Well, we jump to present day. A family moves into a house that was built on top of the land. They didn't know nothing about that situation, anything. Things started to happen. They tried to ignore it. It continues until it shows apparitions. The spirits are trying to tell them, like, giving them a warning, hey, we're going to mess with you. And then all of a sudden, the last warning came through. A strike on an electrical outlet burnt the house to the ground.
Again.
Thankfully, the family's okay, but still.
Wasn't that? Excuse me. Wasn't that in Lexington?
That might have been it, yeah.
Outside of Lexington.
Yeah, I think it's like right in Lexington or right outside of it.
But they ended up bringing in. They brought in paranormal investigators, and they were able to find out that there are intelligent Native American spirits on the land. They were still angry, and they brought in someone from that specific tribe to shaman, and basically tell them, hey, it's over. We're friends now. It's time to move on. And since then, family built a new house. Never had a problem.
It's like the land I live on.
Okay, Butterfly's got a question. Do y'all have equipment? Because different devices can help figure out if there's something haunting the land. I was going to save that for another podcast episode, but yes, some of the equipment we use can actually help you as well.
Shoot!
Gravity, help us!
I'm here.
I was about to say, Thor on the rope, hurry!
I would say for someone that's not an investigator, for just a normal homeowner, I think the best one would be like, what, the K2 meter?
Yeah. Well, the K2 can help you a lot of ways.
But if you need...
Just check your electrical system, plus it can check for other things too.
If you need to do it the cheap way, though, you can also download those apps.
Yeah, but I wouldn't recommend going with any type of thing that would be like a spirit box. Because then you're going to be like, you're digging yourself deep into it.
Them. Yeah.
Yeah, because it can attract them.
Yeah.
Oh no, Butterfly, you're good. You're good. But no, in the future we're going to have a podcast episode about the tools that we use and including spiritualism tools. How they go hand in hand and such like that.
Your mic's going nuts.
Your mic's going nuts.
Paul's mic's going nuts.
Yeah. It's okay.
Back up, big boy, back up.
You've been jerking on my chair.
About to say, you haven't had any more interactions with Thomas?
No, I thought I heard somebody talking when I first came in here early when I was working on my computer, but yeah, never say anything other than
if you would have just heard it just a minute ago.
What did it say?
Ashley.
Back down. Back
up, Rolo.
We know.
Back down. Down, boy, down.
We know who that is.
We know who that is. Down, boy, down.
Yeah, that's definitely Rolo.
In
But
case
yeah,
nobody knows, I have a spirit crushing on me, so it's okay.
you know, you're gonna keep saying that, and you're going to be on an episode of Dateline.
Look, I needed that laugh, but screw you. But I might make some money doing it.
Damn.
Oh,
Oh.
Anyways, we're gonna take a quick break, real quick, and we're gonna come back, and we're gonna go over some more things about protection, and also we're gonna cut in a little bit into um, some of the intricates of what you can do to get into the field. Okay.
be back. Hi.
Hello.
Yep, we're back.
You're smoking a real cigarette now. I want one. I said that about time you said we're back.
Howdy.
My vape's having to charge, so.
Yep.
Hi, everybody. We're back. We're back.
You know, crazy enough, I've actually heard this. In some places, cigarettes are used for protection.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me
The tobacco.
how. I mean, I guess it's towards like Native Americans and all that. The tobacco.
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching. I ain't going to announce who it was I was watching, but anybody got one eye and have a brain know who I'm talking about. But recently they premiered a new show and they were doing a little research into a cave area and they had a Native American with them. So when they got ready to leave, they offered tobacco as a trade-off of not following us.
Okay. I learn something new every day.
It's pretty cool. I never thought of that. I was like, well, yeah, I guess that would work. But I'll give you this if you don't do this.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, I smoke enough cigarettes. Ain't no Native American getting into this place.
Well, we smoke enough cigarettes around here. We're
all right, but getting back to the whole protection thing. From what we've gathered in terms of protection, I think the most basic stuff is it's going with your faith at first.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, it's mostly just your intention, blocking things off from, assert yourself, basically.
Well, you want to keep yourself closed. Don't open yourself up to, like, if you hear a child whimper and cry, you automatically gain a little empathy, want to make sure that child's protected. If you hear that, don't automatically assume it's going to be something friendly. Keep yourself closed. Oh, no, gravity. Caught her again.
Yep, gravity ain't working today.
I really hate that my camera ain't working on my computer.
Well, it is. You just like you living in Antarctica.
Well, it is, but I'm upside down. I mean, I could have done it upside down and told everybody I was casting from outer space.
Yep.
Brought to you by Spider-Man.
I'm on the space station. Yeah, I'm with you on that. My main thing is, like I've said before, do your research. See what works for you.
And that's it's just like Florida chapter. They've been working with a new guy and he loves to do research and he goes full out into it. And it's just like, okay, I love people who do research. It shows that they're willing to, figure out who's who and all that. But going into an investigation,
I got two of the best ones right here.
But going into an investigation, sometimes I like some of the unknown stuff because that way I can go back and look into the research and go, oh, that's who that was.
Mm-hmm. Or that's what that was. Yeah. It's always cool to find it after the fact, some of the things. But, you walk into an old house, you think it was just abandoned because of unforeseen circumstances, and you're in there doing Q&As, kind of find out you done walked into one of Jeffrey Dahmer's residences one time. It might not come out too good.
I will never forget the guy from I forget what the club name is, but it's the one where Jeffrey Dahmer used to go through. Another paranormal group had passed our name along to him, and he calls me and offers us to come up there and investigate it. I'm like, all right, cool. What's the place? And he tells me, and I'm like, where are y'all from? And he's like, Milwaukee. I'm like, Oh no, no.
I mean, it would be cool. I ain't gonna say it wouldn't, but there's too many factors that could be twisted. No, I'd soon sit on the outside and watch it.
But what's bad is he told me that he felt like Jeffrey Dahmer was still around there, and it's like, okay, if you feel that way, what makes you think that? And he's like, well, you keep hearing Jeffrey and all that. I'm like, well, it could be the victims. You don't know.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
And he's like, well, I have a feeling that it is Jeffrey. And I'm like, well, the more certain you are, the more capable you're of having something that comes in and says, hey, I'm Jeffrey Dahmer. And now you got a whole bag of worms on your hands.
Y'all can have that one.
Yep.
Oh, I'm not doing it. No. All of a sudden, all of us start feeling dizzy and woozy, and it's like, oh. Start hearing picture clicks coming from some hallway.
You seen that, didn't you, Ashley?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. Let's see if you don't stop. He keeps knocking the stuff over.
Oh my!
But yeah, your will's gotta be strong when it comes to things like that.
One thing I've learned, you can learn to ground yourself. It helps too, but
that too.
Sometimes that's hard, but it works.
Yeah, but you gotta also try to keep yourself in a stable mindset.
Yeah.
You don't need to go in there with a bunch of luggage you brought back from you carried from your house in your brain, and you're worried about this, you're worried about that. You just got to fight with the boss before you got off work that evening before you went to go out and do a hunt. It's always not a good idea to carry with you. Try to clear your mind before you go.
That and always be aware of always be aware of the health conditions of everyone. Make sure everyone's good, and that any pre-existing conditions isn't going to affect what's going to happen.
Yeah.
About to say we all.
Yeah, I don't mind telling my story to everybody in our group. I don't mind telling everybody in my group about my health conditions. Everybody knows I got COPD, and I've got an aneurysm. I've got a high blood pressure problem. I've got high blood sugar. So if I get lightheaded during the investigation, you got a few factors to start checking out beforehand.
That's right.
If I get lightheaded, people just start throwing chairs at me.
She wakes
Sit down. Sit down.
He carries that chair with him like a pocketbook.
Well, Billy's got it now.
Yeah, so I got to start carrying it with me on every investigation. Pop the trunk, grab the chair.
Put my name on it. I carry items with me too for protection. They seem to help.
Yep.
I got one around my neck, and I got that little bad boy.
Oh, you found? Oh, yeah, you found Tiger's eye.
I found it. Yeah.
Here's the crazy thing. While the video was playing, I was looking for my stones to put back in the bag. Tiger's eye's not in it. I've got the other one that is supposed to be for good communication.
Tisk, my.
I had to do it.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
We got issues going on here too. But
I have nothing to do with it.
Not going into it right now. But ain't gonna discuss on here. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
But I also have this thing. It helps too.
Yep. Obsidian.
Yep, it helps too. I wear it all the time. I never take it off.
This is my tiger's eye. And it
Yeah, I know.
says
I
where
want
I'm
your
at.
tiger's eye. I want yours.
It's a cube, and it works very well. It works very well. But I'll give you a heads up. Not saying where we were at or what the situation was, but when I had to do what I had to do on that last little deal we did, I thought that was in my pocket. It was on this desk.
Ooh. That would have been
You
very bad.
mean the very last investigation?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one we're not allowed to discuss.
When I come out
with not to be named.
When I come out with all the little doodads all over me, yeah. Yep.
My whole screen just went green on my computer.
That's because I said he who should not be named.
That was weird. Like on my whole computer, it's like the whole Twitch thing just went green and then came right back. That was weird.
I swear, I want to do a thing during our live streams where I put up little pictures of use Voldemort for he who should not be named, and then for Rolo, just put a big ass bear biking.
Well, we got to add Thomas in there now.
Yep, Speedy Gonzalez.
And if anybody is wondering who Thomas is, if you check out Dead Shark Team's TikTok, or you can even check out the YouTube, you will see it. You will see Conversation with a Spirit.
Yeah, which was really interesting.
Pretty
that
cool.
was an interesting deal.
Yep.
It was pretty awesome.
He's the third entity who has come into our lives and has started to talk. I'm just surprised of how strong he was.
Yeah, I mean, there's even in part of that video, there's a video on there where the chair's being moved, the mic's being moved. I mean, everything's being moved and nobody's in that room. So, and then he starts talking to us not long after that. It was pretty awesome.
We can give them a little bit of insight on that, saying, that every one of these people we're talking about here is associated with this back here behind me. So, it's people that know me, know us, know me. They know the other side of our little family here.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm actually going to be doing a video, probably Tuesday. I'm going to be doing a video explaining Dead Shark and the clan. And no, I don't mean white sheep people.
I was waiting on that.
I'm not talking about the white sheep people. I'm not
Scottish.
talking about. Yeah, I'm talking about
the Scottish clan.
Oh God, it's bad.
And I just now noticed something.
What's
Her
that?
wall is the same color blue as my flag.
Hey.
Look at my
A
wall.
little bit darker, but it's
Me and
okay.
Billy.
That's why I said your wall's the same color blue as the blue on my flag.
Which I'm fixing to probably repaint this
Raider
wall.
blues.
and now look at your room. It's completely white, but you got a flag of Scotland.
Yep.
Butterfly says, I'm taking a jar, and that she says she has a lot of crystals.
She does a lot of protection stuff too. Like, she can do a lot of it.
That's a good plus.
She's kind of like our spiritualist on that, on that ordeal. She can do a lot of stuff like that.
I
Yeah.
mean, we have a bunch of people doing it.
Oh yeah.
Just excited to have
That's
new
always
people
good,
going
though.
with us,
It's always,
to be honest. I'm just excited about that.
To me, I like the idea. I like the idea of it, especially people that know, how to use what the crystals represent, what they can do, what they can't do. That really helps. I mean, now we got, our other team member, and then we got her coming in, and we've been educated through what we've been educated through. It's really helping. I think we're on the right path for us keeping us protected when we go out like that.
Yep.
This next hunt we got coming up, we know a lot of the history and a lot of the spirits that could be there, and most of them are probably going to be harmless, but we don't know what's lurking in the tree lines. One of our members, ain't going to point at who got it, but there's a picture of shadows standing in the tree line. We're hoping it's on the good side of things, but you never can tell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You never know if they're actually there for the wrong reason or what.
Right.
All
That's
I
what
know
we're
is
talking about
they
now.
can
Keep
stay their
yourself
booties there.
protected.
They don't come home with nobody.
You keep your necklace around your neck when you're out there, like you were when you took your picture. Maybe that's why they were so far away that they didn't want to get close enough to you, because the necklace was telling them to stay back.
And that just come out of no friggin' where. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm the one that took that picture, but
Right place, right.
yeah,
Right place, right time, right
I
angle
was
to the
getting in the
shot.
vehicle, and all of a sudden, as I'm getting in the vehicle, I hear, psst. I turn around, and I look, and I literally did one of those moments because I thought I was seeing
Yeah, I
things.
was trying to adjust.
So then I was like, okay, whatever.
I said, nope,
Went to
I
get
get that
back in the
picture.
truck the second time. Then I hear, psst. And I was like, wait a minute, that's twice. So then I snapped the picture. That's when I thought I only found one. Billy actually pointed out the other two.
I seen two.
That was
And then you get looking, there's a third one there too.
Yep.
And that bringing up cemeteries brings me back to the reason why we came up with the buddy system. We had two investigations. They're both on YouTube. One being at a former nursing home, one being at a cemetery. And I think at the nursing home we were all together. So, but yeah,
we didn't ever split up.
There were real live people out there, and they were squatting.
For the wrong reasons. Yep.
Yeah, you got to take into account real life situations for safety. But at the cemetery, when we got in there, a bunch of people split off. We were looking for a specific person, which at the time we had 4 guests, all that. It was one of our biggest public ghost hunts. And we were just looking for this specific person. We didn't take into account anything in terms of coyotes. I'm not gonna say skinwalker because even though I didn't catch it on audio, I mean, you got to think the nearest farm was what, 5 miles away?
Well, close enough. It's about 4.5 miles.
And we hear a donkey and a cow, and
where we was hit, but where that was coming from where we were standing, that fence is right here. On the other side of the fence, it went about 3 foot and dropped off a ravine down into a creek bed. And it was all briars and low-lying brush tangled together. There's no way there could have been a field there for an animal to live in like a donkey or a cow. But it definitely was there. Well, the sound was there. Put it that way.
It was that close. And then we kept getting the feeling, once we were all together, that something was encircling us. And then, of course, Aaron walks away.
By himself.
And he kept saying that he felt like something was calling him, and he could not hear us at all. We were calling his name, and he could not hear us. So
and that's before we started using crystals too. We wasn't using crystals at the time.
So we started using crystals, and we started the buddy system, and that's
And we started learning how to ground.
Always remember. Yeah, grounding's always a good thing. It's a really good thing.
Especially with me and
But always
Aaron.
remember too, if you hear something, see something, smell something, speak it. Let somebody know right then that you heard this, you smelt this, you seen this move. So everybody's in tune together. It works really well.
I don't think I ever posted it, but there is a video I have in our database where he's explaining that same thing he just got done saying. He was explaining it to everyone at the ghost hunt. And right when he says all this, you can hear in the background someone go, "Who are they?" And it was loud. It overpowered James Michael's loud voice. And mind you, we're back in the woods.
That was that same place.
Yeah, we were far from civilization.
That was that same. That was that same hunt. When we right before we got ready to go in, I gave that little message. Everybody stay close together. Stay in twos at least. Threes are better. And we did. Everybody stayed together at least in twos. Nobody wandered off except toward the end there when Aaron decided to take a hiatus.
and Melissa and James Michael's wife Melissa, she started getting a massive headache, and she kept jokingly saying, "Oh, it's because of day drinking." But right when we left, she was good. She was fine.
So we within 200
I'm glad the buddy
yards away.
system was, especially with my very first hunt you guys had, because
with you getting choked.
That could have turned ugly.
Yeah, that could have turned ugly if I would have been by myself. With me, I mean, that was
crazy enough. I actually just got done going over Roy and Sue's evidence from that night. Even though we're not claiming it, as a hunt, it was still interesting. Right before your choking thing happened, they were over by, I think, your friend. I'm not going to say her name because of privacy.
I know where they were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were over by that grave, her uncle's.
Oh, okay.
The Marine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hear a man, and I know this voice. I know everybody's voices. You can hear a man say, "Let them leave." But you got choked. Like they weren't listening.
Yeah, because me and Sue and Roy were all three standing together.
But I got choked, and then I got sick that night, and then Aaron was sick and had a headache.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there was somebody else that had a headache. I can't remember. Can't remember who it was.
There's other factors I don't really want to talk about too much because when they went to leave, I said that person's name and they wouldn't even look at me. And when they did, it was like a slow turn and their eyes were just like vacant, like nobody was home.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, ooh, that was just because it went through me like, ooh, I couldn't. At the time, I made a quick assumption like, could have been this, but then later on I got to think about it. I was like, no, wait a minute. There might have been something else factored on that because what was going on, she could have been affected by it.
True. All in all, I to be honestly fair, I think we were all affected because I wasn't feeling right that day, and I wasn't able to make judgment calls.
I can say with these ghost hunts, I have been choked. I have been choked. I have been scratched. I have gotten sick, and I have been electrocuted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The mighty spirit.
Oh, look at what my hands look like. Oh.
See, this is what happens when you cuss out a god.
Mm-hmm.
Do not do like me and cuss one of them out. No. They will prove they're 10 times bigger than you. I learned my lesson the hard way.
Which, after this ends, I actually got something to run by you, Ashley. Me and Pop were talking about this on the phone the other day.
Okay.
But
but talking about these little effects like that, we were doing that church in Greenville. I will say the name of that town because it's so far away from us, nobody knows who we are. Anyhow, we were doing that church when I got nauseous and got really like an equilibrium was so way out of whack. I laid on the floor of that church and almost blacked out laying there. And I wasn't even tired. And I had a major scratch on that last one we did up here and down here. And like I said, that could have turned real ugly, but thank the good Lord it didn't.
That one is also posted on TikTok.
Yeah.
And then I've been majorly grabbed, like bear hugged. And, that was up in, up north toward the Big A.
Yep. I was going to bring that up. I was going through the database and noticed, you remember when we was in that church up there that I had went up to the podium. I like stood up there like I was a preacher.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept telling y'all that I felt hot, like I was on fire.
Mm-hmm. That's when we turned the fans on.
That part of the footage is gone.
Really? What about when I was up there?
It's not in there neither.
Wow. Was that right before Easter?
Yeah, that was right before their Easter get together. So, I think that was same weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, because they already had the Bible laid out in front of the podium.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah,
they be doing some crazy stuff. You remember the first hunt at my house? My freaking phone was on 55%, and then it just died like that, like within 2 seconds.
Well, the thermal gun done the same thing on that last one. Yep.
I didn't see that.
Mm-hmm.
She's talking to her own ghost.
Yeah, I gave that ghost a cigarette.
Now that we have done that. We went to a cemetery, which we never recorded this because we treated it more like a training session for us.
We forgot to. We just straight forgot to turn the camera on.
We forgot everything.
We talking about the
one
first
team member getting trained.
My house?
No.
Do you remember? Paul forgot to turn the camera on that night too.
We
my voice recorder. Yeah, I forgot to turn my voice recorder on.
Yeah, the lens on the camera. He forgot to take the lens off.
Yep.
Yeah, that was that truck. No, I took the cap off, but it was on the wrong setting on the side of the camera lens.
Yeah, that was. I remember that here.
So I did have the lens cap on one point.
But
but no.
Yeah, it was our first investigation with Mandy.
We left a cigarette butt, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Mandy told us that he was wanting a cigarette, but she said he don't want one of your sissy cigarettes. She's talking about the filter kind. He's a World War II veteran.
Yeah.
And so I broke the filter off and laid the cigarette on top of the stone. And that night I had a dream of a man. We were like at Tybee Island. You know how they got the little sand dunes? We were standing on one side of the sand dune, and I could look over the sand dune. And I seen a man dressed in like sailor garb, like the light blue shirt, dark blue pants, bell bottoms, and he's waving, holding a cigarette. Took a draw of it and disappeared.
Dang.
So he got his cigarette.
There was another one where we actually lit the cigarette, and we could actually see it being puffed on.
Yep, I remember that. That
wasn't
was
that
at 86.
Oh, I was gonna say, wasn't that at the church?
Nope.
It was over there on 86.
No, it was Highway 86. But
yeah, because I remember you showed me that video.
We was,
a video of it.
We was inside the house, and we lit the cigarette and laid it on the edge of the table, and you could watch the cherry get brighter and brighter.
Yep.
And there was no air conditioning on. no fans blowing, and actually got it on video.
Crazy
I
enough,
don't
at
know where
one
the
point,
video was at, but it was done.
in one point of the video, you could actually see like somebody had like moved away from it and went and blew it away.
And you see a little. That was at the kitchen table. Yep, I remember that. Sure do.
That's like the night with that one hunt, the juice that you put out.
Oh, the mead.
You can see
say
the
it.
glass.
Oh.
You can see the glass moving.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You could hear it being tinged.
Yeah. That was pretty
I
cool.
was sitting within 3 foot of that table, and I heard that glass go tink. And Billy heard it too. He was standing close by. And I picked the bottle up, popped the top on the bottle, and I told him, I said, I'll drink with you. And took it to swallow, put the lid back on. But we heard that woman's voice
Oh.
that was trying to pick the glass up.
I don't think we ever figured
I don't know who it could have been.
Yeah, I don't think we ever figured out who it was.
She never said. Yeah, she never said, and that was she was like a one-time thing. It was, she spoke and said something, and that was the end of it.
Yeah, she had
But
said
I think I know who it was, but I ain't gonna.
Yeah, she had said Salente Vaha.
Yeah.
Which is good health.
It's like
like
she
a
was
cheers.
saying, yep. You know, like cheers to me because I was going to drink with her. And we know who I am. But and some of the people watching know who I am.
He's a very important person.
No, I ain't going to say that. I am who I am.
You're still an important person.
Yeah.
To some people. Ask my wife that. She's like, that's just my husband. He ain't nobody.
But going back, and again, we've learned for all of our investigations that, and that's one of the reasons why we came up with so many rules, is protection either from real life situations and at the same time spirits. You got good spirits and bad spirits, but you've got good spirits, even though they mean well, they just don't know when to say no. So we have to take that step for them and say, no, you got to stay here.
Yep. Because some people obviously have that ghost energy where they just want to follow them home even though they tell them not to.
Ain't gonna say nobody's name.
We're not going to say names at all. See, I've had a child follow me home.
Yeah,
I've had what? Jesus.
The biggest thing is what we're talking about on this episode is always protect yourself. No matter what you do, no matter how much you think you know about the situation you're about to walk into, make sure you're protected. I mean, period. You're not gonna run into a fire unless you got a fire suit like a fireman. You ain't gonna dive off of a ship unless you got some kind of protective gear to get you back to the ship. Same thing here.
Yeah.
This is a live experience, and you can make it enjoyable. It's exciting. I ain't gonna say my adrenaline don't kick up every time we do a hunt, because it does. I thoroughly enjoy doing the scientific part of it. I like to do the picking apart everything. Well, it could be this, and it could be this, but I didn't hear the other effects that would cause these sounds. I like doing that in here. That's me. I love doing it. But on that same note, I keep the chain locked around me. So when I say, okay, something's not right, something else is here, I can walk away and it stays right where it's at. It ain't gonna follow me nowhere.
Yep, I agree. All right, we're gonna take one more break, and we'll end this out with the going into the paranormal field. and joining teams and such as that.
Okay. Her hand. I was talking to somebody the other day about that video. If you can listen to that video and you don't stop fucking my mic, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
He's been doing it the whole time.
If you listen to that, I know I've been sitting there watching it move, and I watched it go up and down. And this shit right here got stopped. Big boy, quit pulling my damn chair. Yeah. You hear the drums. God damn it. Yeah, I get it. You're getting on time. You're okay. Just stop while I'm on. until we get done what we're doing. Then you can play and talk, do whatever you want to do.
Hey, Paul. Paul, we're live.
I was going to say it,
Oh,
but
we
then,
already back live?
yeah, we're already back. But I wasn't going to say anything because you were talking to Rolo.
Yeah, he act like he got ticked. All right, go ahead.
But
And we're
yeah,
back.
yeah, we're back.
Welcome to the live show, Heidi. All right.
This is us every single day. This is what we do. We come in here, talk, and a ghost messes with him, and we just have a good time.
Or starts talking to somebody else. We won't mention who, but
It normally makes my day.
I want one of these days. I want to do a live stream and just talk to whoever is in there, just to see what we get. But anyways,
we done that one time. Remember, I got choked.
Oh yeah. Well, no, that was just recording. I'm talking about live streaming it.
I know, but he had me hanging off the side of the chair over here about to gag my life.
True.
You could see your color, your face changing. Yeah, it was a little creepy.
It was ugly.
But yeah, getting into the paranormal field. If you've always wanted to join a team, these are the things that you need to know if they are legit, if they're going down the right path. They have to have precautions. They have to have protocols. Things that are used, crystals. A lot of people don't believe because of their religious faith or some moral belief. But going
they
down,
was just raised that
or
way.
raised, yeah. Going into the paranormal field, if you're wanting to join a team, look for people who are exploring all avenues, such as spiritualism, occultism, not practicing it, just researching it. That way they're able to. I do not want to find out that someone said, well, he said it was okay to practice occultism. No. I don't want to find out someone done chopped the head off a chicken in some abandoned house. I already get called.
Or in somebody's yard. Okay.
Why would you do that?
That's
for another video.
I'm sorry. That's on the other network.
Yeah,
well, goodness, you had to go and say that.
Trust me.
I legitimately pictured
that was
it.
For somebody special.
I legitimately pictured
that was
it.
For somebody special.
But when I pictured it, I pictured one certain person doing it. Thank you.
No, you pictured me doing it, and then you pictured her chasing it.
Yeah.
We won't say nothing in particulars, but I do live about 200 yards from two humongous chicken barns.
No, we don't do this. We do not do this.
No.
I'm just gonna make that clear. But
no.
But
if that's your thing, whatever your lifestyle is, but the average person that wants to get into this kind of what we do, think about it straight.
Yeah. And we have to research these things either because of cultural purposes and things like that. If we decide to go to Japan one day, we're not gonna call an Onri a wraith. That'd be just dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, when you're going to look at a team, make sure they're taking the precautions.
All right.
What's up?
I was just gonna make a point of what you make, statement you said there.
Oh, go ahead.
Because I know some guys that did this and it didn't turn out well for them. They went out to an old house, which I do plan on going to check this house out one day. Hoping my buddy don't get upset at me about and drop one I'm doing, run to his house, pick him up. But when they first went out there, none of them believed in the paranormal. And they just kind of like doing urban explorer stuff. They was walking through, messing around, kicking stuff, see what's in the house. And they started getting rambunctious, trying to be funny, and trying to act like they were ghost hunters. They was doing the cameras, and they were actually looking around, and and one of them was acting like, "Oh, did you hear that? There's something over here." And they got really playing the game hard to the point that when they walked out the front door, one of them was going to take a picture of two of them standing on the porch. Well, when the picture developed, guess what? It was somebody standing there, and it freaked them all out. So don't go out there playing unless you expect to actually find something, especially when you don't know nothing about the house you're in. You're just out there because you found an old house and you're going to walk inside. Case in point, that's what Billy's talking about right there, is make sure you do your research. Make sure you get permission from the landowners, the house owner, the state, the city, whoever has control of that property. Make sure you get written verification on a piece of paper stating that you have permission to be there. Because where we live at, you get caught there, it can be ugly real quick, especially if the landowner says, I didn't give permission and somebody got hurt, or the state county deputy sheriff drives by and you're walking out to get in your vehicle to leave. It can be ugly real fast. So
yep,
use them precautions. Go ahead, Billy. I didn't mean to step in there. I mean, just
my
brain works.
You have three different types of protection. You have practical, which is your daily life. What could hurt me? Human beings, animals, hazardous stuff, the terrain, etc. Then you have
rotten floors.
Then you have your faith protection, which is there to protect you at the basic level against anything that is malicious. And then you have spiritualist protection, which is there to protect you from anything demonic, along the whole spectrum when it comes to that. Even though we're at the level of... Go ahead. Point of order.
I don't want to cross you again. The spiritual part of it. Most of the time, if you'll listen to your body, it will tell you when something's not right. If you walk into a place and you get that cold chill and every hair on your body jumps straight up and you don't have the experience to stand off and ask questions to something that you don't feel right, pack your shit and leave, because you're getting that warning right off the bat that you're not prepared for what you're about to walk into. So if you're working like a 2-man team or a 3-man team, and you walk in on something and you're like, well, I think we can handle this because we're all together. Really think about your situation. They've been there for thousands of years waiting for a prey. You might be it. Your buddy might be it. Your other buddy might be it. So you got to think about the situation you're at. Do your research, do your homework, make sure you got your gates locked in here. You got your soul protected because of your religious belief. You got something with you to build up extra energy to help you fight whatever you need to fight to get out. Don't do what you think because I seen this on television, we can beat this. No, don't test fate, because something may be there that might take you down a dark road you won't ever recover from.
And for those that don't have a certain faith, if you are an atheist or etc., or one of those new age groups, you're not necessarily, screwed. You believe in logic and science. Well, think about the cosmos. Just make sure that you're locked down tight.
Yep.
And that you'll be good to go. But when it comes to finding a team and all that, make sure that they're following all sort of safety protocols. Make sure that they're there looking for the scientific proof and not a thrill. I've seen too many people going into places, getting scared, running. No, something happens. You kick that door down. You go in there and look for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out, okay, what could have done this? If you can't find a logical reason of what could have done that, then it's something that cannot be explained.
When it comes to finding a paranormal group to work with, always try to look for somebody that follows, not, you ain't got to be identical, ain't got to be perfect, but somebody that more or less follows the same guidelines and beliefs you do. Whether it be your religious belief, your spiritual belief, your moral values, etc. It ain't got to be match perfect. You're not marrying them. You're just joining the team. But you want to work in harmony where when one feels it, the other one knows it's something. You know, you can listen together. That's always a key factor. If you join in with somebody like Billy's talking about, you know, nothing against people's beliefs, but agnostic or atheist, and they don't believe in God, and they don't believe in, you know, the spirits and stuff like that, but they're just out there trying to take a thrill ride, and you're over here raised Christian, you believe in God, you believe in, you know, going to heaven or hell, whichever the case may be. You're like mixing oil and water together before you go in, so you've got a conflict of interest of moral values, period. The spirits can pick up on that, and they're going to manipulate both you one against the other to where you end up in either a fight or they got one of you by the hair and going home with you to manipulate your house, your home, your life, your soul.
Yep. And eventually something's going to break.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this in the end. Not all spirits are demons. And when it comes to these situations, you have to adapt, overcome.
You got to figure it out.
But we thank you all for joining us.
Test the waters.
Yep. Test the waters.
Yep.
If anyone has any more questions, you can find us over on Twitter, TikTok, Clapper, Facebook, YouTube. I'm not going for any more until I have enough figured out. But
thanks, everybody.
Yeah, join us again on the next one. Next episode is going to involve our chapter down in Florida and maybe even a special guest. So thank you,
said that one wouldn't be live.
If you like us, subscribe. Yeah, if you like us, subscribe to one of our channels. You know, give us a thumbs up.
Okay.
You know, give us a thumbs up, like us, hug us. You know, let us know whether you appreciate it or you don't. You know, either way, let us know what you think.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And have a good one.
Bye. Thank you.
That's for done you.
Dead Shark Paranormal.